Have you ever looked around at your life, your relationships, your reactions, your patterns, and thought, wait a minute, this can't be normal, right? If so, you're in the right place. This video is for the cycle breakers, the ones Googling, why do I feel responsible for everyone's emotions at like 2 a.m.? And the ones who grew up surviving what they couldn't name. So let's name it. Today, we are walking through 9 signs that you grew up in a dysfunctional home. And spoiler alert, this doesn't mean your childhood was all bad. It just means that your emotional needs probably took a back seat to someone else's chaos, addiction, control, or pain. Naming this is not about blame, it is about freedom. Because when you understand the emotional environment that you grew up in, you can stop internalizing the damage and start healing it. You were the grown-up in the room. Did you feel like the parent in your house, like the one who had to keep the peace, read the room, or pick up the emotional slack? This is a hallmark of parentification, when a child takes on adult responsibilities or emotions too soon. You might have been praised for this, for being so, quote, so mature for your age, but that wasn't maturity. That was hypervigilance dressed up as helpfulness. Did you know? Parentified children often grow into adults with chronic anxiety and guilt. Author Pete Walker calls this the emotional flashback zone. The truth was a threat. In a healthy family, the truth is welcomed. In a dysfunctional one, the truth is a threat. Maybe you were punished for pointing out what was obviously happening. Maybe you said something like, Mom's been drinking, and then got told, don't be so disrespectful. Or you asked, why does Dad yell like that? And then heard something like, stop causing drama. You weren't crazy. You were just the truth teller in a system built on denial. Author Melody Beattie writes, in dysfunctional families, denial is not just a behavior, it's a rule. You didn't learn what you were for, only what you were supposed to fix. When you grow up in dysfunction, your identity gets tangled up in survival. You become the fixer, the pleaser, the quiet one, the achiever, the lost child. But no one asked you who you were, what lit you up, what made you feel safe or creative or curious. Gabor Mate says, children will often choose attachment over authenticity because to be yourself in a chaotic home can feel unsafe. You confuse chaos with normal. If calm makes you feel uncomfortable and chaos feels more like home, that's not just a quirk, that's conditioning. Did you know adults from chaotic homes are more likely to seek out or stay in high conflict environments, not because they want to suffer, but because their nervous system has adapted to high stress as its baseline? This doesn't mean you're dramatic. It means your body learned that crisis equals connection. You feel responsible for other people's feelings. If someone's mad, you assume it's your fault. If someone's sad, you have to rush in and fix it. You might even feel anxious when other people are happy because deep down you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's like living with emotional Velcro. Like Everything sticks to you even when it's not yours. You were taught to minimize or dismiss your pain. Other people have it worse. That didn't really happen like that. You're being too sensitive. Sound familiar? These messages are gaslighting in disguise, and they teach you to mistrust your own memory, your own experience, and your own pain. Brené Brown says, quote, "We cannot selectively numb emotions. When we numb the dark, we also numb the light." You feel like a ghost in your own life. This one's hard to explain, but you know it when you feel it. It's the emotional dissociation, the numbness, the fog, the sense that you're performing life instead of living it. Dr. Bruce Perry explains, when we're in survival mode, parts of the brain that allow connection, curiosity, and joy, they go offline. That's not failure. That's your nervous system trying to protect you. You were rewarded for abandoning yourself. Were you praised for being the easy one, the one who never caused trouble, never needed anything? You had to silence your truth to be acceptable. You had to shapeshift to keep that peace. Now you might feel like your worth depends on staying agreeable, capable, or invisible. But your presence is enough, even when you're messy, unsure, or have needs. You mistake numbness for peace. If you say, "I'm fine," but feel flat, disconnected, or zoned out, that's not peace. That's frozen mode. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk writes, "Traumatized people chronically feel unsafe inside their bodies." The good news, it's reversible. With time, movement, and safe connection, your aliveness can come back. Before we close, I just want to offer you a deep breath and a little bit of truth. You didn't imagine it. You didn't make it up. And it was not your fault. You adapted to survive things that should have never been your responsibility. Healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about coming home to who you've always been. Reach out if you need support. There's ACA, there's Al-Anon, there's online therapy, there's in-person therapy. There's so many books and podcasts. Animals, rest. You are not meant to heal alone. And just so you know, I am not a licensed therapist. I'm just someone who has spent over a decade in recovery, learning, unlearning, journaling, crying, laughing, messing up, healing, and I'm just sharing what's helped. You are not too much. You just were never given enough. You are not broken. You are a canary. And your sensitivity, it's your superpower.